Hey there. Before we dive into today's important topic, we want to remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with all our latest content, which aims to help you navigate through life's challenges and find the strength to make positive changes. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's build a supportive community together. Now, let's get started. I bet you didn't know how common toxic relationships are. They can sneak up on you, often disguised as something else entirely. You might not even realize you're in one until it's too late. Recognizing you're in one can be tough, especially when you're head over heels, emotionally invested. It's like being in a fog, where everything seems confusing and unclear. You might find yourself making excuses for your partner's behavior, or blaming yourself for the issues. But trust me, seeing those red flags, those signs, is crucial. It's the first step towards reclaiming your life and your happiness. Ignoring them can lead to more pain and heartache down the road. Your well-being, your mental health, it all depends on it. Taking care of yourself should always be your top priority. Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship that brings out the best in you, not the worst. We're going to dive deep into the 15 signs of a toxic relationship. These signs will help you identify if you're in a toxic situation and what steps you can take to address it. So, buckle up and get ready to face the truth. It's not going to be easy, but it's necessary for your growth and happiness. Let's embark on this journey together and find the strength to make positive changes. And before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our important updates. Let's get started. Now, communication, that's the bedrock of any good relationship, wouldn't you agree? But in a toxic one, it's a whole different ballgame. It's like talking to a brick wall. You're not being heard, things are left unsaid, and misunderstandings, they're a dime a dozen. You try to have those important conversations, the ones that really matter, but they just get swept under the rug. And you know what happens when things get swept under the rug? They fester. Look, everybody criticizes sometimes, it's part of life. But in a healthy relationship, it's constructive, right? It's about helping each other grow. But in a toxic relationship, the criticism, it's like a constant barrage of negativity. It's your partner putting you down, making you feel small, chipping away at your self-esteem. They're attacking your looks, your intelligence, your very essence. And let me tell you, that kind of stuff, it leaves a mark. Now, control freaks, they're masters of manipulation. They pull your strings, make you doubt your own sanity. Gaslighting, that's a big one. They twist the narrative, make you question your own memories. It's insidious. They want to control who you see, what you wear, what you think. They isolate you from your support system, make you dependent on them. And that, my friends, is a dangerous game. Chapter 4. Lack of trust. Trust, that's the foundation of any relationship, wouldn't you say? But in a toxic one, trust is as fragile as a house of cards. It's constant suspicion, accusations thrown around like confetti. You're walking on eggshells, never knowing when the next explosion will be. They're snooping through your phone, your emails, your personal belongings. It's suffocating, like being trapped in a cage with no escape. Chapter 5. Walking on eggshells. You ever feel like you're walking on eggshells around your partner? Like every step you take, every word you say could set off a landmine. Like one wrong word, one misstep, and the whole thing could blow up in your face. It's a constant state of anxiety, isn't it? That's no way to live, folks. Living in fear, always second-guessing yourself, it's exhausting and unhealthy. That's fear, plain and simple. Fear of conflict, fear of rejection, fear of being misunderstood. You're constantly on edge, afraid to express yourself, afraid to be yourself. And you know what? That's not love. You deserve better than that. You deserve to feel safe, to feel valued, to feel heard. You deserve to be with someone who loves you for who you are, flaws and all. Someone who makes you feel secure, cherished, and free to be yourself. Remember, a healthy relationship is built on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. Don't settle for anything less. Chapter 6. Emotional abuse. Emotional abuse, it's insidious. It's the yelling, the name-calling, the put-downs. It's the constant barrage of negativity that wears you down, makes you question your own sanity. They isolate you from your loved ones, make you feel like you're all alone in the world. And the worst part? It's often invisible to the outside world. But let me tell you, the scars of emotional abuse, they run deep. Chapter 7. Physical abuse. Now let's be crystal clear here, folks. Physical abuse, there's no excuse for it. None whatsoever. If your partner ever lays a hand on you in anger, if they ever make you feel physically unsafe, you need to get out. Call the police, call a friend, call a hotline, just get out. Your safety, your life, it depends on it. Chapter 8. Ignoring your needs. In a healthy relationship, both partners' needs are important. But in a toxic one, your needs are constantly put on the back burner. You're always putting their needs first, neglecting your own wants and desires. It's like you're living for them, not for yourself. And that, my friends, is a recipe for resentment and unhappiness. Chapter 9. Lack of support. You know, everyone needs a cheerleader in their corner, someone who believes in them, who supports their dreams. But in a toxic relationship, you're met with indifference, even negativity. Your accomplishments are downplayed, your goals dismissed. They're not happy for your successes, they're threatened by them. And that kind of negativity, it can poison even the strongest soul. Chapter 10. Inconsistent behavior. It's like riding an emotional roller coaster, never knowing what to expect. One minute they're all lovey-dovey, the next they're cold and distant. It's confusing, it's frustrating, and it's exhausting. You're constantly walking on eggshells trying to figure out which version of them you're going to get. And that kind of inconsistency, it can really mess with your head. Chapter 11. Blame shifting. Accountability? Personal responsibility? Not in a toxic relationship. They're masters of deflection, always pointing the finger at you. It's always your fault, never theirs. You're too sensitive, you're overreacting, you're imagining things. They twist the narrative, make you question your own sanity. And before you know it, you're apologizing for their bad behavior. Chapter 12. Excessive jealousy. A little jealousy, it can be flattering, right? But when it's excessive, it's a whole different ballgame. It's controlling, it's suffocating, it's downright toxic. They're constantly accusing you of cheating, monitoring your every move. They isolate you from your friends and family, make you feel like you can't breathe. Chapter 13. Dependency. Now, interdependence, that's healthy. But in a toxic relationship, it's one person clinging to the other, like a lifeline. They're financially dependent, emotionally dependent, completely enmeshed. And that kind of dependency, it can trap you in a cycle of toxicity, make it almost impossible to break free. Chapter 14. Feeling drained. Relationships, they should energize you, not drain you. But in a toxic one, you're constantly giving with nothing in return. You're emotionally exhausted, mentally drained, physically spent. It's like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And let me tell you, that kind of exhaustion, it takes its toll. Chapter 15. Intimidation and Fear. Now, love shouldn't involve fear, ever. If you're constantly walking on eggshells, afraid of your partner's reactions, that's a huge red flag. They might use threats, intimidation, even violence to maintain control. And that, my friends, is unacceptable. You deserve to feel safe, respected, and loved. Outro: Taking Back Your Life. This journey is about reclaiming your power and finding your true self again. Look, recognizing the signs of a toxic relationship, that's just the first step. It's crucial to understand that awareness is the beginning of change. The real work, it comes in breaking free. This means making tough decisions and taking bold actions to protect your well-being. Acknowledge the problem, seek support from loved ones or a professional, and set those boundaries. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and provide a safe space for healing. If it's abusive, get out. Your safety is paramount, and there are resources available to help you. Your well-being, your mental health, it depends on it. Engage in activities that nurture your soul and bring you peace. And remember, you deserve a love that lifts you up, not one that drags you down. True love should be a source of joy and strength. You deserve a love that's built on respect, trust, and genuine care. It's about mutual growth and unwavering support. And don't you ever settle for anything less. Embrace your worth and strive for the happiness you truly deserve.